Hello, I'm Megan, and in this video we will be investigating the phylogeny of cricket roaches, the Grylloblattodea. Through this video we will consider an overview, the history, biological characteristics and related groups of these organisms leading to a final conclusion. Firstly, an overview. The Grylloblattodea are commonly known as ice crawlers, looking termite-like with soft bodies. They are confined to the northern hemisphere, commonly found in the US, Canada and China under freezing temperatures. They live under rocks in forest litter or above the tree line in high mountains. They are also found in Japan and Korea at much higher temperatures in deep leaf litter, in caves and even subterranean lava tubes. They are primarily nocturnal with reduced eyes. They are slender and covered in fine hairs, only reaching 2 to 3.5 centimeters in length. Next, let's look at the history of the classification of this group. From the 1900s to the early 2000s, there has been a significant research using morphological datasets as well as phylogenomic approaches to elucidate the relationships between all hexapod orders. However, some organisms cause chaos depending on the method of classification. The phylogenetic placement of Grylloblattodea has been controversially discussed over the last 100 years, with several relationships proposed evolving with the advancement of technology. Shortly after the discovery, this group, Grylloblattodea, was raised to ordinal status independently 3 times in 1915. However, the name of the first species highlights the ambiguous features of these organisms, with parts associated with Orthoptera and Blattodea, meaning that ordinal status was still ambiguous. Some papers present them as being the most primitive orthopteran organisms. Others place them in close association with cockroaches and stick insects, or in an order of their own. Different techniques employed to evaluate the evolutionary relationships between orders have yielded significantly different results. 18S, 28S rRNA and morphology suggest that Grylloblattodea may have relationships with up to 5 different polyneuropteran lineages. Due to the ambiguous nature of their morphology, there is considerable controversy when it comes to fossil species, and with new DNA techniques, new species are discovered every few years. They have a number of morphological and behavioural features that are known to many orders. Some include 5 segmented tarsi, filiform antennae, and simple slender legs known to cockroaches, however with the mandibulate mouthparts of orthopterans. Their preferred habitat is that of leaf litter, and time of activity is at night, similar to many cockroaches. Thus, when it comes to the related groups of Grylloblattodea, there are 3 orders this organism can be classified into, ambiguously. Orthoptera, based on their mouthparts, Blattodea, based on their behaviours and some morphology, or within their own order because they don't completely fit anywhere else. It should also be noted that without significant inspection, these organisms look a lot like earwids. However, this is superficial upon further analysis. Grylloblattodea was presented as its own order until very recently, comprised of a single extant family, Grylloblattodea, which has 5 genera. A new order recently discovered in Africa, Mantophesmodota, has been analysed with Grylloblattodea through molecular phylogenetics and morphological studies of attachment structures, which supports the 2 groups being sisters. Eventually, a clade comprised of Mantophesmodota and Grylloblattodea, called Xenonomia, was suggested and supported, which was then supported by multiple DNA analysis with different approaches which support unambiguously the Xenonomia clade, again supported by 18S rRNA by Kirsch et al. In 2006. After a series of research articles on Mantophesmodota regarding embryology, morphology and molecular studies, the Xenonomia clade is now considered and very well supported. However, considering both names comprised some of the other, some authors combine the 2 into their own order of Notoroptera. In conclusion, it has been determined that there is significant controversy over the relationships between various orders of insects, particularly Grylloblattodea. Many authors continue to evaluate these relationships and propose new changes to classifications based on findings. However, there is no concrete classification of Grylloblattodea insects used.